Hi family, if you're just joining us, do yourself a favor. Subscribe and turn on notifications because this channel is where the real Nollywood tea gets served. And today's tea, sit down first. Because what I'm about to share is not the regular small gist you hear and scroll past. This one is the kind that makes you pause, reread comments, refresh your timeline, and start asking yourself questions you didn't even plan to ask. It's the type that enters your mind quietly and refuses to leave. Right now, Nollywood is tense. Not the loud kind of tension where people are shouting and fighting openly, but that dangerous silent tension where everybody is smiling, posting pictures, and acting unbothered. Yet something is clearly burning underneath. And at the center of it all are Sonia Uche, Maurice Sam, and an engagement announcement that has turned calm into chaos. This is no longer just about romance or celebrity relationships. This is about image, timing, silence, apologies, family pressure, fan loyalty, and that uncomfortable question we all hate to answer. What happens when love and public opinion collide? Maurice Sam's apology is what opened this entire wound again. When he came out with those emotional words and teary eyes, the internet froze for a second. Some people felt it. Others folded their arms and said, "We've seen this movie before." And honestly, can you blame them? Actors are trained to cry, to shake their voices, to make you feel something even when it's scripted. So the big question started flying immediately. Was this a man breaking down from real regret? Or was this just another performance to protect a career that was slipping out of control? The silence before the apology made it louder. Maurice said nothing when rumors were flying. He said nothing when Sonia was getting dragged, judged, analyzed, and blamed. People watched Sonia carry the weight alone, and that memory hasn't disappeared from fans' minds. So when the apology finally arrived, many people didn't hear remorse. First, they heard timing. And timing, my people, can change the entire meaning of apology. Now let's talk about Sonia because this is where the story gets deeper. Sonia didn't shout. She didn't go online to defend herself. She didn't drag anybody. She just stayed quiet, focused, glowing, and moving forward. And sometimes, silence is louder than explanation. But silence also makes people uncomfortable. Fans want closure. They want answers. They want a happy ending that makes sense. And Sonia standing calmly in the middle of all this has left everyone guessing what her next move will be. Should she forgive Maurice publicly and shut the internet up? Or should she protect her peace and let people talk until they get tired? Because either choice comes with consequences, especially where your life is lived in front of cameras. Public forgiveness could turn her into the bigger person overnight. But it could also make people say she's too soft, too forgiving, too willing to let things slide. And in today's world, women are judged no matter what they choose. And then there's the engagement. That one announcement changed the entire atmosphere. Suddenly, everything felt heavier. Smiles became suspicious. Apologies became questionable. And every old clip of Sonia and Maurice started circulating again with new meaning. The engagement was confirmed, but the identity of the man hidden. And that secrecy alone was enough to drive fans into full detective mode. Because why confirm happiness and still protect the details unless there's a reason? Some people are convinced it must be Maurice. They say the chemistry is too real, too intense, too natural to be fake. Others laugh and say Nollywood fans confuse acting with real life far too easily. There's also the theory that Sonia has been quietly in love with someone completely outside the industry. Someone private. Someone who doesn't want the spotlight or the drama. And honestly, wouldn't that make sense? That engagement ring she's been wearing quietly for months didn't appear by accident. It didn't fall from sky. That tells you planning happened. Decisions were made. Silence was intentional. Her mother's reaction added even more spice. Confirming the engagement, but refusing to reveal the man's identity was a masterstroke. Protective, yes. Strategic, absolutely. Because now everyone is talking. While fans argue, decode interviews, and rewatch old videos, the real people involved are living real lives with real emotions behind the scenes. Now let's not ignore the role of family. Sonia's aunt has been mentioned more times than people expected. Protective families don't play when it comes to emotional damage. If trust is broken once, forgiveness doesn't come easy, no matter how emotional the apology is. So even if Sonia wanted to forgive, even if her heart leaned that way, family voices matter, advice matters, And peace matters more than public approval. And they are Maurice's fans, the ones who once defended him aggressively, then turned their backs just as loudly. He didn't just apologize to Sonia, he apologized to them. And that alone shows how deep the damage went. Fans are powerful. They build stars and they break them. Without their support, relevance fades fast. And right now, their reactions are mixed. Some are softening. Others are standing firm, saying words are not enough anymore. And honestly, that's fair. People are tired of emotional speeches without accountability. They want consistency. They want growth. They want proof. Now here's the uncomfortable question. If Sonia's fiancé is not Maurice, what happens to their on-screen chemistry? Will fans still feel that spark? Or will every romantic scene feel forced now that reality has changed? Nollywood thrives on believability. Once fans feel disconnected, the magic can fade quickly. And that's a risk nobody wants to take. For Maurice, this moment is a turning point. It can either be a redemption arc, people study for years, or a lesson on how silence and timing can cost you everything. For Sonia, it's about choosing peace over pressure, love over noise, and control over our own story. And for fans, it's a reminder that celebrities are humans first, flawed, emotional, confused, and sometimes figuring things out just like the rest of us. So what do you think? Was the apology genuine or strategic? Is the engagement hiding a bigger truth? Should Sonia speak or stay silent? And if you were in her shoes, what would you do? As this story continues to unfold, one thing is certain: this is far from over. The suspense is thick, the silence is loud, and the next move will shake the internet again. If you've enjoyed this gist, don't just watch quietly. Like this video, drop your thoughts in the comments, share it with your fellow gist lovers, and make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on. Because trust me, when the next twist drops, you want to be right here with us.